Hey Christina, I want to make this week's video about kind of things I've been thinking about when it comes to kind of talking to people and, you know. Okay, so recently I've been going through a lot of things that I haven't been comfortable talking about, but in the past, but now I'm talking with people and it's been kind of life-saving in a lot of ways, like just feeling comfortable and feeling supported in ways that I just really didn't think was possible. And so many times I've chosen to be alone because I've felt limited by people, and like chosen to do things by myself because I didn't want to feel held back and didn't want to feel unsupported. I didn't want to take the risk. And then having friends and people I trust now, and talking to them tonight, looking them in a new light and letting them support me, and then like just opening up to them and having them open up to me, it's been extremely rewarding. Like, it's really helped me understand the importance of, in the seduction kind of talking to people, of how it can give you so much warmth and value and understanding. Like, I used to have problems, and the only person I felt comfortable was talking about it with my mom. And I knew I could like talking about it with my mom, especially because anytime she would try to give me advice I didn't like, I would just tell her to stop talking, right? Which is pretty terrible, but it was my own kind of emotional protection that while it was harder to do it by myself, I know I could do it, right? Versus doing it with other people, you always take the risk of somebody says something you don't like, and you can't handle it, right? And I've been kind of falling in love with it a little too much, just feeling really open with people and sharing and just, being excited to share. And also, like, when I'm anxious and nervous, when I share with somebody, they can help just calm me down. And it's like this immediate kind of like chill pill. Like, that's like what talking to a friend was throughout these last, couple moments of very stressful things, is that they were chill pills, right? But I think one thing that I'm starting to realize, and part of the things I learned when I was earlier, is they don't actually fix things. Talking with friends, it can help give you new perspective, it can help bring you life and make you joyous and help you motivated and help you excited, but it's not the same as doing something. It's not the same as actually thinking something through. And like, I think with all the stress and with everything, there's a lot of processing, and I've been kind of avoiding it. Like, I've sort of kind of thought that talking with someone was a way of thinking about it. And in some ways it is. In some ways you gain new perspective, in some ways you think of new things, but in terms of really thinking about like hard, deep questions like what do you want and what's going on right now, I still find that being alone is the only way I can figure those things out. But that doesn't take a value away from talking to friends. Like, and I don't know, it's a confusing puzzle. I love the way I'm talking to my friends. I love being open. It's such a refreshing feeling to feel like you can share and gain value and kind of this kind of closeness. And I used to think about conversations with people as opportunities to get things I want. Not necessarily selfish things like want. Like, if he's eating a cheeseburger, I can use this conversation to get that cheeseburger. But more like things I wanted, like, that I thought were just good. Like, if I wanted this person to go out, if I wanted this person to go home and do homework, if I wanted this person, I saw it as a way to motivate and inspire people into doing things what was right for them, which was realistically just things that I thought were good for them selfishly. And, it's taken me a lot to kind of reevaluate how I was and who I was in my relation to people and how toxic that was. Like, I had this conversation with my friend the other day. He said that, like, I have one friend who's very harsh, very honest, but he's not the harshest critic. Ryan's the harshest critic. And I think because I have this implied sense of I want people to be their best selves. And a lot of times, especially in high school, I did not hide how I felt that should be done. And I did not hide myself. And I was always like, and when people would make a joke, there was a sense of joking, but for me, there was a sense of like really harsh seriousness that I really felt like you could be doing better and you should be doing better. And I think a lot of my friends have done their part in forgiving that side of me and like moving past the side of me, but I still sometimes fall into it, and and they still, of course, remember that side of me, right? But I think narcissism and senses of self-importance. I've never been a necessarily selfish person, but I've always sort of dealt with self-importance in really hard ways, and it's part of the reason why I don't want to go into politics and government, because I think it would drive the worst parts of self-importance out of me rather than the best. And it's not the fact that I don't think anyone can succeed or do well. It's the fact that I don't think I can, or I don't think maybe I can, but I don't want to take that risk. But the sense of the ability to collaborate and have open, honest conversations and not feel superior, and really embrace people and show them kind of your vulnerabilities and sufferings and insecurities, and have them either boost you up or tell you something you didn't realize, or say something that you just wanted to hear. It's been really a lot of good, right? And I think the avenue I'm talking about is specifically good for talking with your friends, right? Because it's very relatable. There's a lot of support with your friends, but like certain areas are not so, So I don't know. I think it's still something that I'm struggling with. It's still something I put into balance with my other things, but I'm having a lot of fun talking to my friends, and I can say throughout a lot of my life it hasn't always been as good, right? So I'm really happy about that. And yeah, bye-bye.